we doing here? Fulfillment of wishes? That's the Nine of Cups. I like that. Looks like you're either getting emotionally stable with somewhere or something, okay? Or you got something coming in. Let's see. Four of Cups. This may not be the first time that this particular thing has come around, okay? You either weren't ready for it the first time or you rejected it the first time. Tell me more about this Four of Cups. Yeah, it looks like you went and had to learn something else. Yeah, a lot of pages here. I feel like when you rejected something, it was just out of not knowing any better, honestly. I feel like you turned down something because it wasn't what you thought it was, but it turned out to yes be what it thought you was. What you thought it was, that's what it was, right? What the fuck? But it looks like after some like learning, you've kind of figured out that if that comes back around, I'm gonna jump on that. Your challenge is the Eight of Swords. I don't know if maybe you feel like you can't, or if this stresses you the fuck out. Either way, there's a lot of like mental gymnastics going on here. And I do feel like you're choosing not to see something. Okay. I don't know if you learned something and now you are deciding you don't want it. Or you're learning something and you're deciding not to look at it. This could go either way. Could be about a love situation, okay, that makes you a little uneasy. It looks like you kind of had this revelation of conflict, of somebody was being sneaky. And it looks like you rejected that. And maybe that is what brought in this fulfillment of wishes. Talk to me about this Queen of Cups and your outcome. Yeah. We've got a change coming. Look at that, the Emperor. You stood on business, Virgo. And because you stood on business, you have something great coming in. I love a High Priestess and an Emperor together. Love it. That's like poor divine feminine and divine masculine. Love that. Could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be, but I do see that because you stood on business and you didn't allow yourself to be trampled on, like your emotions to be trampled on, now something else is coming in. Yeah, it's over, okay? Whatever painful shit that you've been through, that has passed. All right? When it comes to this situation, it has passed. We're turning over a new leaf. A cycle is complete because you said so. All right? What's the advice for Virgo? Nine of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. Okay, Virgo, there you are with the Hermit. You're still learning certain things. You're not going to know everything right off the bat, okay? But I do see you moving forward confidently out of some bullshit that you were in before. And I feel like this might have actually been one of those times where you're like, you know what? I'm going to do something differently. I'm going to actually listen to the knowledge and wisdom that I've gained over the course of my lifetime. And throw some boundaries up. I actually like this, Virgo. Tell me about Virgo. Tell me about Virgo. Surrender to receiving support and love. Yes, allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Interesting, we have this Queen of Cups in your outcome, which is all about nurturing. I was talking about divine feminine over here. She's all about nurturing. Okay, it looks like you have a situation coming in. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love situation, but it most definitely can be. This is either you finally giving yourself the nurturing that you need after this like cyclical past of not doing that, or someone else is coming in to give this to you. Surrender to the change. Yeah, the art of allowing resilience and adaptability. You have big change coming in, Virgo, and it's not bad. Okay, this is not a bad change. Talk to me about Virgo, please. Wise, honest, trustworthy, and observant. Yes, I feel like that goes right along with your card of the Hermit, Virgo. Okay, and you see the blues in both cards. Okay, um, when it comes to making smart decisions, that may not have been you in the past. Maybe in some form or fashion in your life, but maybe in one particular department of your life, you were not making the best decisions. And now it looks like you're actually trusting yourself to say, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to take a different path and see where it leads me. And it looks like it leads you straight into healing, okay? And straight into the support and the love that you need.